The New York Knicks host the Indiana Pacers on Friday night. This will be the first meeting since New York was eliminated in Game 7 at home in last year's conference semis. Is this a revenge spot for the Knicks? We're going to talk about it, but before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For a limited time, you can get the entire month of November, less than $8 a day. Details are in the ticker below. This is available for any of the great handicappers at wagertalk.com. That includes this guy right here. I was a top 5 NBA handicapper at WagerTalk last season. I hit 59% against the spread, 60% in the playoffs. That's nothing new for me. Been winning in the association for the last decade, hitting 58% over a 10-year span. That's a lot more significant than what I did yesterday. As always, though, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep putting out these videos. Let's get into it. The Knicks opened as a 4.5-point favorite. The total opened at 225. The Knicks have been bet up to 5.5. That might go to 6. Total's been bet up to 228.5. And I lean Knicks at 4.5. Wasn't sure if I could get to the window. Now that it's been bet up, I'm probably not going to get to the window on that one, just a lean. But I'm looking at the total. 225 looked about right. 228.5, that looks a little high. Last year in the postseason, Indiana won Game 7. The Knicks were banged up. Brunson was a little bit banged up. Hartenstein was out. Anunoby only played 5 minutes. By the way, that stat with OG Anunoby, they're now 20-4 with OG in the lineup after losing to Boston in the season opener. But yeah, I'm going to lean towards the under. And I will make the point that New York ranks dead last in possessions per game after one game. And that's obviously not that significant. But what is significant is they were dead last in possessions per game for the entire season last year. So picking up right where they left off, we did see 4 of the final 5 games in the playoff series go under this number of 228.5. And we saw Indiana win 115-109 against Detroit. That went way under the number of 235.5. I know Indiana likes to push the pace. They do score a lot of points, but it's early in the season. I don't think they've quite hit their stride yet. Tyrese Halliburton had a bad game against the Pistons. He blamed it on Steph Curry, saying that Curry told him to have a pregame nap, and that didn't work out. I thought that was a little bit odd of an excuse, but perhaps Halliburton, again, hasn't found his stride. The Knicks, the second best defensive team in the NBA last season, in a revenge game after that playoff series. Going to lean Knicks, going to take the under. Oh, Josh Hart. Josh Hart averaged a double-double in the series last year in the playoffs. 12 points, 10.9 rebounds per game in that series. I think it's a good matchup for Hart. Indiana's not a particularly good defensive team. Hart was pulling in a bunch of rebounds in that series. And the reason for that was because a lot of the better rebounders for the Knicks were hurt. And that's still the case here against the Pacers. So I expect Hart to have a good night on the boards. And I expect him to go over that number of 19.5 points and rebounds. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.